Welcome back to another shed video. Chickens come to have a look in the shed, but if it comes in here it's likely you get lost because there's so much rubbish in here. I've got to get stuff sorted today. It's Sunday, it isn't raining at the moment, it's supposed to later. I want to get this off the bench in a minute, this John Deere. I've actually run that up and it seems to run okay, so I'll find a bag for it. I've got a bag for it now. I didn't, but I managed to get one, and I'll put that on. I'll probably mow my lawn with that one to give that a test out. The next job is probably get this one out of here. I'll probably service that one up, that black one you saw a few weeks back. And then the most important one, talk about leaving to the last minute, I want my mower tomorrow to just cut a bit of grass, and there it is. It needs to be serviced and everything, so that'll be my, well, one of me sort of 3 jobs today. That'll probably have to be priority because I need to get that done. It's a hedge cutter someone just asked me to sharpen and service. It's the same person that I serviced the mower for before, so that's got to be done. I've still got all this old engines and that. I'm beginning to forget what's what now. I hope the labels are still on them so I know, but things have been so busy lately. The wind we had a few weeks ago has increased my workload, so I don't know how much is going to get done in here, but I need to have room because I need to unearth my Honda HRH and give that a quick service. There's not so much to do on that. The one under we've just seen under there needs a new cable on it, so that will be done. Yeah, I've got to install my own ones in here then, and I've got to just see if my steel strimmer's working okay. So I might, like I said, I might use this one to do my lawn with to test it out, and then I might strim around the edges with me. There's a John Deere. It's running really well. It's got the blade brake and everything on this one. I'll try to show you how it's working. Drive works well. It's got a Kawasaki engine on it. It's a nice mower. I managed to get a bag for the original bag, so I'm quite tempted to keep this, but you know, I've got to draw a line how many mowers I want, and I think spares are quite hard to get for these now, so I shall see. I might just hang on to it for a spare for a few weeks until I get my backup one serviced, because you know, you never know early on when I'm sitting with them, there'll be a bit of problem with the mower, so shouldn't do it, but as I said, you never know, so yeah, that's what I've got to do. I've just made my lawn, I haven't gone too low. So yeah, I'll finish and get it done. Then I'll move on. I've got the strimmer out. I realised I've took the spark plug out to use it in something else. So I've got a new one, so I'll put a new one in it now. I'm back in the shed and it's Sunday evening. I did service my mower, but I got sort of carried away with it and forgot to film it. Now it's put away, so I'll show you that in action later in the week. Everything went straight forward to that actually. I did get. I was quite surprised actually because I bought. I'll see if I can find it. I bought 2 blades for my Honda HRH, and I was sure that they didn't fit the HRX, but it did. So I just put a new blade like that on it. I didn't bother with a mulching blade because I very rarely mulch, to be honest. And these, I think it was £16 for 2, so. Nice and cheap blades, they'll do me. Obviously they probably ain't as good as the genuine ones. I think the metal's softer, but anyway, for a start that's nice and cheap. So this one is for my HRH, so that'll be on that later in the week because I need to get that out of the shed as well. So you know, everything went straight forward to my HRX. I tried it on the grass and it worked well. Put a new cable on. The only problem is got the throttle lever sort of springs back a bit, so you have to keep pushing it to get it on full rev, but I think I'm going to change that, so I've got another one but it's finding the part. But I'm back on this one. I'm just doing the finishing touches on this one. Just sort of painted the little bolts there, they were a bit rusty looking, so all I've got to do really on this one now is an oil change, filter, air filter, and a new plug. Actually, you might even have a new plug in it. It does look pretty new, so I probably don't even have to do that. I've cleaned the box, found the box for it, cleaned it, so this one will be sort of ready to be on its way quite soon. That strimmer actually that ages ago, an FCO one. That is, I'm going to order the part for that because that's a good strimmer, but it's got a part missing. I think I mentioned it before. So it's like the little stop bits. I'll show you. If you haven't seen the previous video, it's a bit in there to lock it, so you can put your bump feed on. So I've got to get that sorted. I'm hoping my partner's going to do some strimming this year. She only usually does the mowing, and this strimmer I think is ideal for her. So I think I'll get the part ordered for that. So that's I'm done. This is another mower I've picked up. It's a Husqvarna Royal 49. Problem with this is the blade brake clutch is had it basically. So expensive for repair. If I could even get the part, I do know of a place that reconditions them, but it cost me about £80. So it's I'm not going to that route. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I've got a boss that'll go on the bottom so it hasn't got the blade brake anymore. That does involve a little bit of hassle at the top end, because one of them levers up there is a drive, the one at the back, that's no problem. The one at the front is to do with the blade brake. There's a lever on the side there, loads of levers on this one, do with the blade brake. And then the stop is the red one there, which on this I've really got to have the safety stop on the lever at the top now. So what it's going to be, I think it's going to have to be another cable, yeah, another cable to the stop. I'm not quite exactly, yeah, that stops just independently to the throttle. So what I'm going to have to do is fit some sort of a stop mechanism so it works on that lever. But my first job on it is finding a boss that will fit, and I haven't got the blade either, so I'll get the boss, get a blade to fit. If it's a standard shaft, I should have something that will do the job. It's still got the pulley on there for the drive, which I'm a bit reluctant to interfere with that. So I'm going to tip it on its side, have a look, and see what's what. I've got this on the workmate now. That is a bit I mentioned. That's where the blade brake would fit. And this drive on this, the bottom plates off of it, I've got that. It works very much as the old snappers do. As that pulls in like that, you can see, brings the plate nearer, and then you've got your that adjusts your variable speed. So I'm not sure I'm a great lover of it, but you know, Snapper were using it a long time ago, and it seemed to be okay on them. So I'm hoping that's all okay. Whoever took this together had been to a mower shop place, and that was all apart on there. So the belt didn't have no tension, so I think that's all okay there. I'm hoping it is. So what I really need to do is to just make sure that's alright, get it back together, put a boss on, find a blade, and then fire it up. It doesn't even matter if the blade isn't long enough, just to try it out, and I'll see whether it's a good one or not. But you know, it seems to be not too bad, so I'll have to see where we go with this one. It's a lovely condition now. I don't think it's done much work, but as for the blade brakes, to be honest, Honda sort of got it sussed. They're sort of the king of it, really. Their ones are good. Every other mower I've come across, the blade brake isn't particularly brilliant. I've even watched videos where they sort of hater sort of wear them out in a year. I've had Hondas for years and have had very little trouble with them, so you know, I'm not so sure. They've got it quite clued up with the other makes, but anyway, yeah, I think I'll go and have my dinner now, and then I might pop out and see if I can get that guard back on there, and then see what I've got to fit there, because I would like to leave that little pulley on there really, because everything's right there. So, hi, it's Monday evening now. I haven't actually been in the shed, I've just popped out to lock up, but I did get a little bit further on last night with this Husqvarna mower. I found actually where all the cables went and everything, so that should be alright. I didn't get around to getting the plate to put back on there, but I'll do that probably tomorrow. But that's what I've managed to do with the instead of the blade brake. I managed to get this boss on there, and I think that will all be good. It's the blades, as you can see, is in a nice position. You know, it's just, where are we? Just slightly lower than there. So I think that's a good fix, really, that one. So, like I said before, there is a few other changes to do, but it's sort of one step at a time with this one. The if I could actually find it, oh, here's the old blade brake. If it's apart, you can see there the actual clutch is totally worn out. It's down to metal, so it's metal on metal, and they are 100+ pounds. They are, so I'm not going there with that. I'm quite happy with a fix like this. I think it'll work well, and you haven't got to worry about that anymore. So that's done. I actually didn't get around to using my mower today because my day sort of changed. I decided to finish the fence job today. I was only going to go there this afternoon, but my morning started off bad, so I thought I'd get there, get the fence done, and be totally out of the way. That's been a horrible job because it's so wet in the garden, but there'll be a video of that one coming up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little shed update. There'll be plenty more videos to come. I've got some sort of fair bit of footage which I've just got to sort out, so there'll be some more stuff soon. So thanks for watching, and oh yeah, and then I'll show this as I move on with this mower, and I'll show you the startup and that when I get there. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll be along with some more videos soon.